Back 5, 2-2. Watch that 7 doesn't get in his way. It didn't. And this is looking pretty good here. Looks like the 2 will pass the 5. The 2 does look a little snug, and that might mean he'd like to be kind of close to it in order to be able to make it nice and clean and still get the cue ball out about at least where it is now for the 4. Anywhere near where it is now will be fine because the 5's just sitting in front of the hole. Just a soft draw here, about 18 inches. Also notice what a rapid pace Skyler has, but that's, ooh. He's smiling. He knows he got away with it, but that's his normal pace. He does play quickly. And bumping the 7 over there, very smart. Got a lot of maturity for a young man as far as pool maturity is concerned. He's also a really nice young gentleman too. Has great respect for the game and also for the top players that he's now become comfortable playing alongside. He's extremely confident, but not cocky. So each player has one on their own break every time. But Shane in the position of having to do so to keep pace as long as Skyler keeps winning. So whichever guy flinches first is going to give a big advantage to their opponent. Shane is now breaking from the side rail where he had been breaking a little more to the center. Going to have to fan the 1 in, and the cue ball is going to come probably at the direction of the 9 ball. There's no way he can hit it slow enough to hold it there for the 2 in the side, I wouldn't think. So he's going to need some travel here, I believe, in order to get a shot at the deuce. But as good as he could have done there, he had a really small window to get that cue ball in, and he did so. Now the problem will be the fact that the 3 has to be played in the pocket he's standing by now, the corner, or in the side or up table. Looks like he can just go with a high right ball here and come towards the side pocket. Just got to watch the scratch. Dangerously close, but close doesn't matter in pool. As long as it didn't fall in. He's just a touch funny on this. The follow angle takes him really close to the 8. He's going to have to stun it over the other side of the 9, I believe. Yep. Both players are batting 1,000 here. No one's missed. No one's scratched. No errors. We got a nice little crowd now built up here around our TV arena. And who wouldn't want to watch this? First order of business here, control the cue ball. Second order of business, make a ball. The 8 should go right in. Needs a bump, and he got it. Gonna have to stretch for this one, because he's going to have to check it with some right-hand English here, play the 3 in the side. It's just a interesting dynamic here to see Shane for the first time actually with, I don't want to say a look of concern on his face, but he's very, very serious now, because he's playing from behind this match. As long as Skyler keeps winning on his break, Shane can't catch him, and he knows that. And every time Skyler gets out, it's one less chance that Shane has to get a turnover and gain the advantage. That's why this guy is such the great champion that he is, because he will continue to fight and grind it out regardless of the score. But it's the first time all week that he's actually trailed in one of his matches, at least here on the TV table. Probably going to spin this 2 rails out about where it is now for the 3 in the side, but he'll need the angle to get down there for the 4 ball. And he has come perfectly far enough to do so. Oh, this is just some great stuff here to watch, folks. Both guys at the top of their game, playing perfectly, executing perfectly. And there's a lot of pressure, too. These racks are averaging about 3 minutes. It's unbelievable, the pace of play. But when you don't make any mistakes, and you put the cue ball where you want to, you don't have to think a lot about what to do next. Skyler's breaking from the exact same spot Shane is. And if this is straight in, he's going to have to draw it back about to where it is right now. And it looks like it is straight. He might be able to go forward with inside, 2 rails out. A little steeper angle than he wanted, but he's going to have natural shape on the 3. Just hitting the second long cushion, bouncing out about a foot. Well, he wanted to ensure no skid there, so he put a little extra on it, took an extra cushion, and it worked out perfectly for him. A real dogfight here. I'll tell you, this is great stuff to watch. I mean, it's hard not to root for Skyler in a way, just because of the fact that you know, he's the up-and-comer now, and Shane's the seasoned pro. And Skyler's going to scare a lot of people before he's done, just like Shane did when he burst onto the scene back in '07. So now the pressure back on the South Dakota kid to hold serve. I think the first guy to flounder here is going to be in a lot of trouble. Didn't quite get the angle on the 5 that he wanted. He should be okay, but he's got to make sure he gets that cue ball off the rail. And he does want to play the 6 in the side. So he decided to go all the way back, and he overcooked it just a little bit, but he still held his angle, although I think not sure that's the side of the 6 he was actually trying to play for. Two rails forward. This is without question the best match of the event so far. It's the highest caliber of play. And it's essentially been mistake-free. Let's have a look here. The 3 will go in the side. He'll have to get down here just about past the spot to be able to make the 2. But from the 2 to the 3 is going to be a little tricky depending on which angle he gets on the 2. Well, he hit it rough, but it went in. Now, he might be able to use the 9 to help the cue ball get up table. He doesn't, I don't think he's got the angle to bank this cross corner and go up table. Yeah, you can see this camera shot. Thank you, Tim. It will go in the side. It's just pretty snug position. But how does he get there? Can he hit the backside of the 9? He may be too thin on the 2. Let's see what he does. He was able to get around it. He played the 2 to the full side. And now I don't know if he can cut it in. That's what he's looking at. This is very steep. This is the first point in the match where a mistake could result in a turnover. And certainly he has to be concerned with what the cue ball is going to do if he does slice this in. Is he going to hit the 4 or not? Very key moment here. He missed the whole ball. It was that difficult. All right, that is what Shane has been waiting for the whole match. Skyler didn't have an easy route there. He had that long, thin cut on the 1. He got as good, really, as you could have asked him to on the deuce. He just didn't quite spin far enough there on that 3 ball. And now Shane's not happy about this because now he's going to wind at best maybe get back about where the cue ball is now to shoot the 7. You want it to be a foot to the left as you're looking. But I think 2 rails to about where it is now is the best he can do. Just that one little position error that Skyler made could cost him the match. I mean, the play is of that high a caliber. Now he's got to consolidate that turnover by Skyler by holding serve here. He's 6-5 up. And he has a chance to pull away by an extra game here. And then the entire heat goes right on Mr. Woodward, because he'll need a Shane mistake to regain the advantage. Yeah, everything took its place. This is connect the dots. Straight in on the 3 on the side. 4 stop, 5 stop, 6. Just needs to decide how he wants to go from the 6 to the 7 and the 7 to the 8. Straight in on the 8 obviously is the preferred position. Looks just about right. This is fantastic 9-ball here. Yeah, it's a bar table. Yeah, the corner ball's going every time, and they're getting a shot on the 1 every time. But you still got to get through the rack, and there's a lot at stake for both men. And it's just a real pleasure to be able to sit here and watch all of this live. And that's the second thing that's gone wrong for Skyler. Just took a little bit off that break. The cue ball did not come back as far as it usually has. He's hooked on the 3. The 1 is not a tough ball to kick in, but do you want to put the match pretty much on that shot? Yeah, he's just gonna. You know, I think that was a little bit hasty. Not the fact that he pushed. I think I would have tried to tie up a couple of balls and still put the cue ball there. Maybe roll the 6 on top of the 3 or near the 4. I mean, every ball still has a pocket now. But he must have had something in mind before he pushed there, and we're about to find that out. Nicely executed by young Skyler. Very nice touch. Got a favorable little graze there off the object ball, but he hit it well enough that I think he really deserves that. And Pressure back on Shane now to come with a good safety. How's that for a safe? I'll just kick it in and get on the deuce. And the funny thing is, we all know that wasn't an accident. He might have been playing a bit of a two-way shot there, but he knew he had a chance to make the ball. He almost missed that one too, but the table is accepting shots like that. It's very dry up here in Reno, as you all know. The lights that are being used here don't throw a lot of heat, but there's like 12, 14, 15% humidity up here in the mountains, and it's very, very dry. And mistake number one for the South Dakota kid. 2 mistakes for Skyler, 1 for Shane. Not that that was any kind of an easy shot either. Jacked up on the rail and he had to stun the cue ball over. Look at Shane in the background, his head down. He's not happy. He had a golden opportunity there, but it was a difficult shot. It will be Shane's break, though. But after Shane kicked that 1 ball in, made the 2, cue ball just nestled against the cushion there, presenting him with a very difficult 3 ball. And he had to shoot it with the speed that he did in order to get on the 4. He couldn't just roll the ball in. And all that was a result of Skyler getting hooked off the break where he couldn't see the 1. So 7-6 SVB. Okay, he's probably going to have to wind up playing the 4-8. They're close together, straight in. He can control the 4. Don't really see any better thing to do. But he's not pleased with his shape because now he's straight in on the 3. And at best, he's going to have to take a long shot on the 4-8. Maybe just stop the cue ball there. I don't see coming forward helping him too much. He may want to roll up past the 6 ball and still play the combination. Because the 4 will just replace the 8 and the cue ball will roll center table. Got awkward here. He always seems to find a way, doesn't he? And he reaches the hill. All right, well, Skyler's first job here, he's got to win this rack and then just hope for a turnover so he can steal one on Shane's break and be breaking in case game. That's a pretty tall order, but it can be done. But he's going to need a little bit of cooperation from the pool gods. What an absolutely great match this has been. Needs that one to move. All right, it has. Tough ball here is a 4. If it goes in the right-hand side, and he's going to look at that now, that'll make the rack play a lot easier, given the position of the 3 ball. That's nice. I think he's got the proper angle to get the angle on the 3. Now, if he is going to shoot the 4 on the side, that's going to give him a little problem getting on the 5. I wonder if he's going to come up the other side of the 4 and shoot it up in the long corner. Smart shot. Well, he did what he had to do, and he put the heat right back on Shane. This is the last time Shane will break in this match. And he knows he can't give Skyler another turn, or he risks losing the set. Here we go. 8-7. Oh boy. The only blessing here for Shane is the 2 is sitting pretty good in front of the side pocket. We'll need to get a look at the 4 ball after Shane moves out of the way to see where it can go, if anywhere. It looks like it maybe can't go in either pocket. Maybe if Tim can get us the left camera here. Well, that actually, it does go in the right pocket, so that's actually better. He just got to roll this in. Short backswing. Very short backswing when you're over a ball like that. Nice shot. Now, does the 7 impede him in any way from getting on the 4? Go 2 rails around the 7, shoot it up here in this corner, or is he going to just stay there? Yeah, he just decided to stay there and minimize the cue ball movement. But he's still going to probably have to go to the end rail or just really kill it here. Yeah, again, minimal cue ball movement. Best match of the tournament by far. And I think we all are impressed with Mr. Woodward's performance. He made 2 mistakes in the whole match. Shane made 1, and that was the difference. So a 9-7 victory for SVB. He will stay here to play in the hot seat match at 4 p.m. with an opponent to be determined. Skyler is still alive. And it wouldn't surprise me to see Skyler come back and meet up with him a little bit later. Although there's probably a few more killers he's got to go through. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little break here. We've got about 35 minutes till post time. And as soon as we know Shane's opponent, we'll let you know. So thanks for being with us again. This is the U.S. Bar Table Championships brought to you by CueSports International and Bad Boys Billiard Productions. This is Ken for TAR. We'll be back shortly.